Hello everyone, it is me M1 from the Mario Adventures channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Shy Guy plush. A few people ask how to make this, so here we go, let's do it. So the first step, of course, is to get the pattern. This is going to be our DeviantArt page, and there'll be a link to that in the description. So it's just a one-page pattern. It's got this. You'll be needing some felt also. So you'll be needing about a sheet of red felt and maybe a little bit more. It doesn't have to be exact. It all depends on how conservative you are. You'll need a little bit of white. This is a whole sheet, but I'll just be using that. And then you need some yellow, some black, a little bit of brown, not even this much. It doesn't have to be much at all. And then some purple. You'll also be needing some paper scissors and some fabric scissors. And then you'll need some black thread. And you can also use red thread, and you'll be needing a needle. Last thing you're needing is a glue gun. Alright, so we cut out our pattern. We've got it all cut out here. Okay, so the first two things that we're going to be working with is our foot, which I conveniently put upside down for you to read. So we need to get our foot piece and then the sole of the foot, which is not labeled now, but it's brown. To do the shoes or the feet, all you have to do is sew on this side, which is the curved side, and then sew on this side, which is the straight side. Okay, so I've got this foot right here. I sewed all the way down on both sides. I went down. Now we're at the base of the foot here. So it's time to put on the sole of the foot. So here your sole of your foot is, and you're just gonna open it up like this. It's still on the ugly side that you sewed. You still got your stitches on the outside. And you're gonna put the sole of the foot kind of in here like this, and it's gonna kind of fit like that. You can't see too well because these colors are so dark, but the main point is just put one tip of the oval foot sole. You need to make sure the ovals are facing towards the points of the foot itself, and then you're just gonna sew in that one tip, and it'll give you a base to start from. You can just work your way around the edge of the foot, sewing right here. These two pieces go together. They just sew right together. So as you can see right here, hopefully, I sewed around the edge. I attached the foot sole to the foot itself. And so this side is still open, so we need to close it up. Alright, so we got our shoe done. So you can do the exact same thing with your other foot. Next thing we're moving on to is our pants. So we've got our pants 1, and we've got our pants 2. That's just what they're entitled, because them two wrote it that way. So we're gonna start with just the first pair of the pants 1. So this is the back of the pants. We're gonna take one of these halves, and then we're gonna, this little niche indicates you just fold it over, and then you're gonna sew up that one little spot on the edge right there. And you're left with this. Whenever you unfold it, it has this spot which you just sewed, and it gives it that little look. It gives it a look. Okay, so you could do the exact same thing on the other side of the pants 1. So whenever you do it, you need to take both of your pieces, and as you can see, I've got both my pieces. Like this one has the niche here, and this one has the niche here. So just hold them like that, and you can lay them down if you want. So this is the niche side, and this is obviously the niche side. You want to make sure that whenever you fold them over, you want to fold them over the same way, so that whenever you sew this one, it will end up with the seam on the right side, or else you'll end up with two uneven halves and things won't work out. Okay, so as you can see, I did it on the other side, and whenever you hold it up, it's like that. So this is the ugly side, and we just sewed in those little spots. It's just the stitch goes from the outside to just about there. So now we're just gonna take them and we're gonna take the good sides and put them together. Whenever you're sewing, you always want to make sure that the good sides go together so that when you inside it out, the bad sides will all be on the inside. If that makes any sense. Hope it does. But anyways, so we've got both of our bad sides on the outside. Now we're just going to sew down this. So as you can see, I got all the way to the bottom. Oh, it's backwards now, sorry. I sewed from the top to the bottom and I tied my string off twice just to give it some reinforcement and stuff. Then you can go ahead and cut your string. So this is what you got on the back side. You've got this, and it's got that ridge where you sewed, and it's got the two sides which you, the little niches that you sewed in, and whenever you inside it out, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so we're moving on to the pants too, which is the front of the pants. So as you can see, we have a niche here, and niches mean that we're gonna fold it over and sew it, just like we did with this side of the pants. So I folded over and sewed this side already, so it looks like that when it's done. And these pants are gonna fit together like this. We're gonna sew them together like that. So they're gonna end up folding over and being all good and stuff. So since I sewed this side, this is the good side. You wanna hold it up like this, and then you need to fold this side and like this, so that whenever you inside it out, I guess you could say, it's gonna have the good side on both sides. So I got it sewed up on both sides. So whenever you're done, it's gonna have both of the pretty sides. This is the pretty side and this is the pretty side, and they're gonna line up like this. So it's kind of hard to explain. So I got this obnoxious pink thing. It's just another copy of this, and I just made a pink copy of it so you can see what I'm doing. So this is what it looks like whenever you sew it. So as you can see, I sewed it like that, and then whenever you fold it out, it's gonna look like that. It's really simple. It's just hard to explain. So next step is you're gonna take your two pieces and then you're just gonna lay them on top of each other like this. And you need to make sure that the bad sides are pointing out on both sides of the fabric. So just like with the other half of the pants, we're gonna start up here and go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so I sewed from up here down there, and whenever you fold it out, it's gonna look like that. So you've got all of the good looking sides on one side, and if that didn't happen, make sure to go back and fix these. They're most likely the problem if anything's wrong. Alright, for the next part, we're going to be needing the front part of our pants that we've sewed together, and we're needing our shoes. You can go ahead and inside them out so that they're the right way. So let's take our pants and one of our shoes, and let's hold the pants upside down like this. So make sure that this is the good side. You're looking at the good side right now. This is the good side of it. And you're going to take your shoe, and we're going to take the front of the shoe. This is where it kind of bulges out right here. This is the front. So we're going to take it and lay it on this part right here. From here to here, we're going to lay this shoe down. We're just going to take our shoe, and then we're going to sew right here on the tip. It's just this other side. We're going to sew it right there. I sewed right there. So this is kind of what it's looking like. This is the back of the shoe right here. Poke it out a little bit. That's the back of the shoe. And then our pants are like that. So when we fold it out, it's gonna be like this. This is the front of the shoe, and then our pants are folding out like that. So we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side with our other shoe. Okay, as you can see, I've sewed up this side and I've got that side going too. So I haven't cut my string yet because we're about to use it again. So we've got our shoes so that when they fold out, they look like that. Everything's on the pretty side. So let's put our shoes back up in here just by folding them up like that, up against your front pair of pants. Now look at the back pair of pants, and we're going to take it and we're going to take the pretty side and we're going to put it down on top of the shoes and everything. So this is a kind of a hard part. As you're going, you might think, oh, this is not going to turn out right, but it's okay. It will turn out right. It's pretty hard to mess it up. It's just depends on how well things go. You know, Anyways, so we're gonna take the pants that we just laid on the top here, and we're going to sew the back pair of pants and the front pair of pants together. We're gonna do this by having these two sides right here. Gonna just stick them together, and we're gonna sew up in that one spot. So now it's attached together. This isn't gonna go anywhere. So now we're gonna take our shoe, and it's still floppy in here. We need to sew the other side of the shoe to the back pair of the pants. So when you're doing this, make sure that you got this crease in your shoe right here. You want to make sure that it goes in the middle of the back pair of pants, like in the middle of right there. So when we're sewing it, just kind of smush the pants down in there. So as you can see, this is in the middle right here. So we're gonna take our string, which we just enforced, and we're gonna just start sewing just the back side of the shoe onto the back pair of pants. So just make sure that you try and keep the crease of the shoe in the middle. Alright, so we sewed around here on the back, so you can still put your finger in this shoe. There's still a hole here. We just sewed the back part of the shoe to here. So now we've got these two pieces, and this is what our pants is looking like. It's starting to look like this. So we've got this. So just keep going around the shoe. So as you're going, you might need to scrunch up the shoe a little bit because the shoes are big. They're probably bigger than the pants like hole that is meant for them, but that's kind of the effect. You want the shoes to be big. So once you make it to this side of the shoe, just go across down here at this part. So all the way across, and you're gonna do the same thing with the other side of the shoe. Alright, so I hope you're hanging with me here. I'm sorry, I'm not so great at explaining this. But for this part of the shoe, like, you just need to shove the shoe up into the bottom part of the pants right here. So it's just gonna shove up in that hole right there, and then you're just gonna poke your needle through right there and start sewing the shoe to the pants. Okay, so I sewed around the shoe. There's still a hole in here. Still a hole on both sides. You can still stick your fingers in it if you want. So we've made it to the edge of the pants. Now all we have to do is just sew up the pants. Start here at the base and sew up to the top. So we sewed all the way from here to here, and now we can tie it off and then cut the string. Alright, so this is what you get when you're done. This is probably going to be the hardest part of the Shy Guy pattern. And as you notice, these pants probably look a whole lot like the Toad pants from Goomzilla's pattern. Yeah, they are. Because I just went ahead and used the same pattern. I'm not saying that this is mine, but I just used it to make a Shy Guy. There's no crime in that. Alright, the next part that we're moving on to is we're going to be using the head and the shirt. So let's go ahead and start with the shirt. So to sew up the shirt, it's very easy, very easy. It's just kind of a zoop around the corner and then stop, and then up here zoop around the corner and stop. Okay, so we got that sewn up. That is all that is to the shirt. There's not much to it at all. You just started down there and went around and stopped. Alright, so now it's time to work with the head. There is two pieces of the head, and it's just red. As you can see with our past Shy Guy, it's gonna fit like this. This is the head on the past Shy Guy. So whenever you come around here, you're just gonna end up sewing from here. You're gonna go around here, but you're not gonna go all the way out. It'd be more like you just kind of curve down here. I guess I could add that to the pattern, but anyways, you just come around and then you curve down, and you would stop about a centimeter beneath the tip of the hat thing. So with the hat, we got that sewn, but like I said, you start from here and went around and then stopped here at the right about there. So that's how you do the hat. Now it's time to combine the two. So we need to inside out the hat. So that's what it looks like. And then you're going to stick it in the shirt like this. So take your hat and put it upside down and then put it inside your shirt. Okay, once you finally get it situated, it took me a long time, you can get out your thread. And this shirt really doesn't matter which side is the front, so that's okay. It doesn't matter which side you put your hat in on. So I'm gonna start with the seam in the back of the hat, and you're just gonna sew it together like this. We're gonna go around the edge, sewing these two pieces of fabric together. Okay, so once we make it here, which is very close to the spot, I just made it to this far. These halves are still, it's a kind of like doing the feet, except it's a head hole. So I'm going to take this pin out, and then take your two pieces of the headpiece, or the hat, and you're going to pinch them up together. So once you get them pinched up together like that, kind of hold them there, and then you need to sew those two pieces together. So once you get that, it doesn't have to be too tight. Then just fit it back up against the back wall of the shirt, and then continue sewing around your shirt. Okay, so I went all of the way around the shirt. So now you got this little fish. Hello, my name's Fishy Poo. You wanna get my mouth? Don't pay attention to him. Now it's time to inside out our shirt thingy. Alright, now we're done with our shirt. That's what it looks like. So that's the first part of the Shy Guy. Now let's get out the bottom, like the pants of our Shy Guy. We need to stuff this. Okay, so now I got my pants all stuffed and everything, so they're looking good. Okay, so for this part, just stick your pants up in the shirt, just like this. Then what you need to do is you need to like kind of gauge where your pants is. Stick one finger up in there, find the edge of your pants, and you're like, okay, there my edges of my pants is, and you just need to start sewing. So you can just stick your needle in like this. Boom. This is about as cheap sewing as it gets. So once you've made it around, this is what it's gonna look like. Pretty ugly, huh? So just stick your hand in the top and make sure that you kind of sealed off his waistline. Then you can cut your thread, and make sure you cut it short enough so that there's not too many like little danglies coming off of him. Like this one won't do. Gotta get rid of it. Anywho, so that's your Shy Guy. Now let's stuff the top part of him. Stuff your arms and all this, and don't shove too hard on this because it might break. So I got him all stuffed and everything, so that's what it's looking like, this fat Shy Guy. Go ahead and get your glue gun out. So we're gonna get out brown, black, and yellow. So let's start with the brown. To do the brown, we're just gonna make the little head strap that goes on the Shy Guy itself. This part right here. Very simple. Just go ahead and cut a strip of brown. So that's our strip of brown that we're going to be using. I'm just lay that on top of the Shy Guy over there. And with the black, we're just going to get another strip of black going. This one needs to be a little bit longer. So that's the strip of black I'm going to use. I'm going to lay that over there as well. So with the black, we need to cut out a small rectangle of yellow for our belt buckle. Ding dong, we got our belt there. Okay, so my glue gun is still heating up, so I'm gonna go ahead and start working on our mask that we've got here. You'll need your mask piece, of course, and you also need some black felt to cut out the eyes and stuff with. So this is very simple. All you have to do is, this is an example. You got your mask, and then you're gonna cut 2 black circles for the eyes, and then a smaller black circle for the mouth. Okay, while your glue gun is still hot, we need to get out the Shy Guy body and the belt thing that we made. Now to do the belt, just go ahead and glue the yellow rectangle that you made onto the belt. Next, you're just gonna put it on the Shy Guy, and this is kind of important. Whenever you put it on him, make sure that you cover up your stitches. So there you go, you got your belt, and it just kind of looks like that in the back. So we're gonna take our brown strip that we got out earlier, and we're just gonna glue it right there. And go to the other side and then glue it again, and any excess you can cut off. Okay, so you got the nice little strap going in the back. Now let's get on our extremely strange face. And for this part, we kind of need to smash his face down a little bit. So we're gonna almost kind of close it up a little bit with the glue. Just put a little bit of glue around the edge of his head. Kind of in all the spots that you want the mask to stick. And just hold your hand on his face and slap him a few times. There we go! That is a Shy Guy! Alright, this was how to make an easy Shy Guy. So we did it, we're done. That's how you make a Shy Guy. Now you got the chubby little Shy Guy with this little strange face, and this is the original. So that was the pattern. If you like this pattern, go ahead and give it a like. And if you like what we do on our channel, make sure to check us out. Go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.